I think she had just her own inclination towards the arts. Yeah, but my dad, I think he just picked it from when I was a kid. It's like, this one's an artist, this one's a rebel, or you are a sumbua. So whatever I said, he used to be like, yeah, I know.
psychologically.
So, but now me and my mom are solid. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Nini ina happening because I think ni kama ka sequence kana kwanga hapo.
It's for me as a semi, it's
the bridge.
It's
distance.
like a clash, but that's necessary. You know how you guys? I was listening to you guys yesterday, and you guys said, "Oh, you have to have your heart broken for you to finally see the world. Open your stupid naive eyes. You know, you're gonna love again, but this time with a conscience."
Yes.
So it's important for you for a woman to break from her mother, so that she can find her femininity by herself. Because then you will be in your mother's shadow forever. Because she's like the moon. She's the only feminine energy that's always embraced you. And you could think you're her or you're like her. Or, you know, but you're not her. You're not even like her.
Amazing.
So a lot of the times, I think, apple form to apple.
So, bring your own authentic self, kind of.
Yeah. And to be honest, a lot of the times for most women, it's like you bounce off of your mother. It's like, this is not energy I want around me right now because it's too encompassing. And sometimes it's like, don't smother me too much because I need to breathe, mom. And it's painful for her as well. Yeah. I'm sure it is. But it's necessary. You know? Yeah.
Necessary. Let me connect you to, there's a theme you like in your music, in your life. There is family na watoto, I think. Unatumianga metaphors nyingi za watoto and comparing love authentic love to child. And I would want to know your beliefs on family and the way that our beliefs in end as became modernized and how you think that affects the society.
Okay. So here is the Kizungu Mkuti. The thing with culture is it's the functional thing that people have been doing long enough because it served them.
For that time.
Exactly. So evolution it's undeniable. It's going to happen. The world is going to change and everything we love or believe in is going to fade. It's just fact, right?
Change.
But I feel that children, especially, you know, the ones that are not in school yet, no small children, that is as close to an authentic human experience as we shall ever get. Even a lot of people will say love like a child. Why? Because it just does. Have you, okay, so example, have you given like a piece of candy to a child? Alafu naambia, sunikatie apana. Not a siko ubaya. It's just, I don't get it.
Yes.
But if a grown-up tells you the same thing, you make up your mind about their inhibitions and about maybe the reasons why they reacted the way they reacted, because we start to live reactive lives. But a child is just living. They're not reacting to shit. They're just living.
They don't care what you think.
So
exist kwa kichwa yao.
That is genuine.
Amazing.
Genuine living, genuine loving. Everything a child does is genuine until we tell it, oh, do this like
do
us.
That,
it's like,
behave like this.
Also, in my very little understanding of this infinite universe, right? Children, they're coming from somewhere. Me, I like to watch those ones. They're interesting. I don't even like being around them. Like, no. Just from a distance. It's like watching another world.
For real.
Because
it's like a whole
they
movie
they respond to laws, but not like don't steal, don't touch your neighbor's wife, you know. Because that's only natural for them. They respond to laws of like, if you're good to me, I'm good to you, bruh.
They kinda know okona knowingness fulani.
Exactly. which we unknowingly take away from them when we start feeding them.
Conditioning them.
Yeah, when we start to condition them, you see. So sometimes in my writing, when I'm looking like for something genuine, I always find it around a child. Yeah, that's it. I like a likeness to something, or an angle, or like a way of seeing things. I feel, even, you know, you say you get old, you get wiser. True, but still, when I look at the world from the eyes of an old person, like when you chill with old people, you're gonna get old wisdom, but it's all wisdom that's here. What I feel like, children bring a new energy with them, and then we don't understand what we're supposed to do with it, so we just tell them no.
Do this.
Yeah.
Be this.
Actually, there's a. You asked me about my what I feel about the traditional form of family and how that's changing with time, right? There's a couple from Tanzania, I think. They're musicians, Navi Kenzo. So the other day I was watching them. They have a very liberal way they're bringing up their children, right? It's like they just watch them. Huyo anashinda akicheza tu na masijui manini. Huyo apewe hizo manini zingine mingi. Acheze nazo.
For real?
This one, this is a footballer. From day one, mamini by mpira, straight to football school.
Amazing.
Same as, there's a cab driver who drove me to the train station the other day. He said about his kids, he's like, I'm a graduate. I've been jobless since I graduated. I would never take my child through that. Now my child is like 12. Yeah, he goes to school in the morning, in the afternoon, anaenda kucheza soccer. Now he's being looked at by certain teams.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, I love this.
Be my dad. Are you adopting?
Right? Oh no, but trust me, it was also coming from a very, very bitter place of why the hell did they make me do this? He was like, you know what he said? Ni kama sisi tukiwa 25 ndio tunaanza kujua kile tunataka. No. I want my kids to know exactly what they want to be. And I don't want to also be their voice, because sometimes parents pretend to hear your kids better than your kids can hear themselves. I think it's nice for this kind of new age parenting that's popping up. For me, I think, you know, if you decide to have a child, the
liberal and the culturing, you like
no. If you decide to have a child, then you must understand what world this child is coming into. 1, 2, you must understand your responsibility towards this being that you brought to the world. And up to where your influence on their existence should go.
Okay.
So parents, they do 100 here, 100 here, 100 here. And in the course of that, you traumatize your kid. You know, in the course of that, maybe you take away from them something that's so fundamentally them. And they live their lives as somebody else. Because also some people, they have children and then they're not going to be there to actively be the parent. I think what a parent means is presence or something like that.
Wow.
It's not really providence. Providence is there, but presence, more importantly, you know. Like, so, and then about culture now. What I said, the liberal, I like. I mean, I'm hoping you have good enough brains to understand what you're doing for the future of this child, as liberal as you're getting, preparing them, you know, to be an adult that is ready for the world, but not just on a physical dimension of things, just like a fully holistic adult who's ready and who will bring value to themselves and to the world, you know. Now about culture. What culture do we have right now in terms of like authenticity or African culture? What we have is like
songs and language.
You know, I love Kikuyu culture because I love nature, and I've realized the only way that I feel really in tune with nature is when I am a Kikuyu woman. So that's my culture, is my avenue to talk to the universe. So been listening to a few lectures here and there, reading a few books here and there. Alafu, I wish I could tell you who. You know, when I figure out who it was, I will tell you. But this guy said that universe, God, inailewa signs and symbols and sounds. I mean, it's got a ring to it.
True. Signs, symbols, and sounds.
So, language is how we talk to each other. But it's those sounds, then we are going to put like a lot of consonants in between them. I mean, a lot of vowels in between them so we can communicate to each other. It's a different frequency. But the frequency of the universe or the frequency of God is the sound. You think I'm mad.
That vibration.
You might think I'm mad. But God knows, this is like, I am so happy. So we had to put a context to our natural reactions, or our natural, like what we want to portray. I don't like to say reaction, reactive living. What we are portraying. So I want to say, I'm angry. But you don't like you don't like the signs.
You don't like all the energy involved.
You want me to put it like in a civil, nice way. So I will say,
I feel like you let me down.
But that's
like let me down.
I've told you now. Yes.
Words, we communicate with words.
Yeah, we do. We need words. Like with each other, we need words.
Sure.
And culture is your structured age group, age set, generation. That like 100 years. The way that you're interacting with nature and with each other. And that's going to change with time.
Sure.
For example, there's a lot of vocabulary now we have in Kikuyu we've needed to have. That's come from our natural sounding, but things we didn't have. And even not things that are coming from evolution, even from nature. But we need to give it a name so we can communicate to each other what it is. But when you look at it, you feel what you feel and the universe understands what you feel. No need for words, you know.
For real.
But with each other, we had to make it a little visible so that you can see for sure, I don't mean you any harm, you know. But initially, when communicate, you know, like the koi koi san, you know that joke, yeah, did you watch the movie? The Gods Must Be Crazy. Did you realize these people told each other, ile kitu inaanguka songa hapo just by I may have SA friends who told me, by the way, they're just making sounds, but I know it's an allusion to the language of the Khoisan. But the point is, it's the sounds. Even if you follow like the, what are they called, the phonetics, like the way a language sounds, you will pick up individual sounds. Like by now, anybody who's Kikuyu then knows A-O. Those ones are ours.
Oh, Moshe.
The rest is we had to evolve. You know, but every language, when you listen, you hear the consonants, you'll hear the ones that are coming naturally. And then you will see this one, oh yeah, we had to name a plant, we had to da-da-da. So culture is actually really important because it governs the way that you are interacting with nature, which explains what's going on right now with the way nature is responding to us, is because we've also fucked up how we were communicating to her, you know. Like, oh, I had Sijui Yanga, Sijui, the States had the hottest sun ever recorded in these times. I'm like, yeah. So basically, what I think about culture is, do no harm. Do no harm.
No harm will come to you.
No harm will come to you. What you would like to happen to you, if you can help somebody else reach there, do it. And it gives you gratification like madness. You don't even understand, why am I so happy? You don't understand. You just feel good. Yeah, because you took someone else to their destination or whatever it is they needed to just be nice to each other. And then we'll use less language, and then our intentions will be clearer to the universe. But when we do use language, for, I notice like on my YouTube, people are saying, oh, you're mixing English, you're mixing Swahili, you're mixing Kikuyu. I used to think it's a kawaida thing. Turns out it's not a kawaida thing.
Not, I think.
But watch closely, because everybody that's speaking their soul is gonna want to communicate in every language they can speak.
True.
Like now I know something Kothbiro. I'm dying to write a song with Kothbiro, you see? Because if it resonates with your soul, and like I was saying earlier, language, Nikoho erira, ha 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 na ha ha. So when you learn a language as someone who communicates in sound, you want to use it because it's like catching a new frequency.
Nice. I find it what wakisema that as an artist you should not use these words. Oh. And I'm like, isn't the tools that an artist, these all akonayo, to do whatever an attacker with it. The
beauty of art, nobody tells you what to do because you're creating. Literally, you're creating. So, I don't know where you create. You're just tapping,
going
in a kuja. So, if you can communicate in this language by speech, obviously you'll also tap with it in frequency.
Nice. I want to ask you a weird question. You shape a feedback that watoto will respond differently to your music. I'm going to come to your song. Okay,
well, in general, kilemi najua. So, nikikutana na watu everywhere. Waniambia, wacha nikwambie, sister yangu mdogo, sijui mtoto wetu.
Oh, what?
So, but I used to wonder, like, when I go home, I always have candy. Because they're usually told, Dorin anakuja. And there's the kids in my estate, I swear they'll be at my mom's house. And we'll just chill, nini. In 5 minutes, I'm so annoyed with them. It's like, and then kwenu. But the energy is also like, ooh, even I needed this.
Yes, so. That break. Explosive break.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I have.
Nice.
I have.
Because
even with Tasker Project Fame, a lot of people voted for me because their kids were like,
Votia uyo. Told you my sister alikuwa anasanya simu. Ako like, Mata ako like, nilikuwa na credit ya 55 bob.
Oh my God.
Nilivote. So kids wanna race at a small ones. Juicy, I was playing Kumerera, and there was a kid alisimama kutoka kwa kiti na mpaka ngoma iisha kwa na kiti chini. Alikuwa like energy fulani, what's happening?
You see, I don't know. I think kids know something they're not telling us.
Wallahi. I want to play you a song inaitwa Watoto. And for the kids out there, maybe when you're anaskiza Dylan, maybe anaskiza. So let's play that and we'll be back.
When I grow up, I would like to be like Wangari Maathai.